Hello, guys, and welcome to a trading analysis, trading charting with Mr. Frog with a hat from our group. We have him on Telegram. He's running his own channel with signals, as you can see here. So if you're interested, you can let me know. But we're gonna talk about trading indicators, what to use, how to make decision, because obviously we are in a very bad market. So learning this stuff will be essential to survive and to thrive when we get back to bull market. And as Mr. Frog said as well, he learned a lot from this channel TA with Keith Lay. So if you're interested as well, you can go and obviously get more deeper into that with some specifics. But we're gonna talk about briefly about the indicators that he uses, the routines, the examples on some coins, and hopefully we can learn something interesting today. So welcome, Mr. Frog.
Hey, Luke.
You okay?
What's up? Yeah, I'm alright.
Good,
Everything's
good.
fine.
So yeah, please show us your favorite indicators, the ones that you use, why you use them, and what do they do.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you for this opportunity. And second of all, I know that everybody wants to get into technical analysis now that we are in a bear market. And now that nothing works, like during the bull market, you just throw in money and then bam, you're just making money because everything's basically going up. Now that everything is going down, everybody wants to learn like what is going on? Why am I losing money, right? So this is good. This is good. Like at least people want to learn. Like this is really good. Let's start with what what is technical analysis? Well, technical analysis is the study of a chartable asset. And the asset, it doesn't matter what it is, just like I told you, it doesn't matter what it is. Like you just hide the name of the asset and then you trade it. It doesn't matter what the asset is, technical analysis will work on a chartable asset. Everybody knows what a chart is. It's a candle. You got a Y as the price, the X as the time frame. Both Y and X are important in a chart. It's not just the price. The time also matters in the chart. Um, and the chart prints candles. Everybody knows how the candle works. It's a body in wicks. So let's get into indicators. In indicators, you got a few uh, leading indicators, and then you got a few lagging indicators. Um, the the first leading indicator I use is the 8 and 21 EMA exponential moving averages. It's the 8 EMA is the green candle, the green line right here, and the 21 EMA is that blue line right here. And I use that basically to just give me an idea if the chart is a buy or is it a sell. Let's give an example right here. Let's go to Bitcoin back in July of 2021. I'm on the daily frame right here, okay? Bitcoin during July 2021. Bitcoin 23rd of July 2021. We had a EMA 8, the green line crossing the blue line, which is the EMA 21. That cross is a bullish cross. When the EMA 8 crosses the EMA 21, that's a bullish cross. That signifies that look, Bitcoin is onto something. Okay, but I don't just rush in and buy, okay, I'm buying Bitcoin right now. I'm full in Bitcoin right now. No, I gotta wait for confirmations. That's the most important thing in technical analysis because sometimes a chart flips to a buy and the next candle, it just dumps automatically. So you gotta wait for confirmations. How do I confirm an 821 EMA cross? I wait for the second candle. If the second candle is also above the 8 EMA and we still have an 8 EMA 821 EMA cross, that's a confirmation. So we just bought Bitcoin right here. I'm gonna draw a line. That's the cross right here. That's the second candle. I bought Bitcoin right on the close of the second candle. I'm gonna switch this line. I make it a little thicker, and I make it green, and I type in buy. Okay, I'm gonna make it a little bigger here. Okay, we just bought Bitcoin at $35,377, and then now we just wait. We're on the daily chart, right? We just wait. We wait for what? We wait for either a change of trend or for a sell signal. Let's go ahead and just keep going. So we have a buy here, buy, it's still a buy, it's still a buy. Something happened here. We saw a red candle going under the MA8, which is a green line. I call this, well, Mr. Keith calls this area right here between the EMA8 and the EMA21. This is called the wait a minute zone, which means you shouldn't sell, you shouldn't either buy. You just wait a minute and see how it plays out. So let's say we waited a minute right here and we didn't do anything. We just watched. The next candle it pops right back up over the 8 EMA, and then we keep on riding the 8 EMA. We're still above. We're still above. No sell signals yet. We're still above. Still above. Still above. Still above. Wait a minute zones. Wait a minute zones right here. Wait a minute zone again. We're still above. And then we saw this big red candle crossing under the 8 and under the MA21. This is one of the first sell signals you should be worrying about. When you're using the 821 EMA strategy, one of the sell signals is a candle closing under the EMA 21, under the blue line. And this got fulfilled right here. You saw a candle close under the EMA 21. Some people, they just sell right here, automatically sell. That's it, they're out. Some people wait for the next candle and see if it's confirmed or not. Just like I said, the confirmation should be another candle under the EMA 21. So let's say we sold on confirmation right here, the second candle. Okay, right here. Bam, candle closed under the MA21. We sold. How much did we make from just from 26th of July
I know, a lot.
till 7 September 2021? That's 43 days. We made 30% in Bitcoin in 43 days, doing just following just one simple indicator, which is an exponential moving average. We didn't check the chart every 5 minutes during our day. We only checked it once on the closing, 8 p.m. Eastern time, just to check if the candle closes under the 21 or over the 8. And then this is what we got, 30% just through EMA 821, the leading indicator. Um, okay, so let's continue. We sold right here, right? And then the candle closed under, and we still under. We got a sell signal right here. That's a sell signal. When the uh when the 8 EMA crosses the 21 EMA downward, that's a sell signal right here. So this is a bearish cross. And then to confirm a bearish cross, you gotta see two candles after the cross, two candles under under the 8 EMA. And we did have these. So let's say we opened a short position on this right here, okay? We opened a short position, we had the cross, we opened a short position right here. Short. Okay. We keep going. Okay, we had several candles over the 8 and 21, but we never actually had an 821 8 cross. It was always the 8 was always under the 21 EMA. You see that? boom, and then we dumped again. Always the candles are under the 8. You notice that? And then we just had a cross right here. And now we flip back bullish. Flip back bullish. That's another buy signal right here. The confirmation is this candle. We opened the long position or we bought right here. I'm gonna delete that. I'm just gonna talk spot calls right now. I'm not gonna talk about futures. But let's say we bought again right here on the 821 EMA cross. Buy. Okay, we bought Bitcoin again on this candle right here. We waited for the cross, the confirmation. We bought at $48,165. And here we go again. Riding up, riding up, riding up. We have a wait a minute zone and then the other candle. Some people sell here, just like I told you. Some people just wait for one candle to go under the 21 EMA and they just automatically get out. Some people wait for the next candle for confirmations. I personally wait for two candles because I know one candle is usually deceiving. It doesn't do anything. Sometimes it's just like a fake out. So I always wait for the second candle for confirmation, no matter what time frame I'm using. By the way, even if it's the daily, the 1 minute, the 4 hour, I always wait for the second candle because sometimes one candle could be deceiving and could just be faking you out. So let's say we waited for another candle under the 21, but we didn't get it. So we went back to the wait a minute zone and back over the 8. And then again, we still wait a minute over the 8, wait a minute over the 8. And then bam, we had a candle under the 21, the second candle under the 21, and an EMA negative, EMA 821 negative cross. Then we sold right here. That's a sell. Sold.
It looks so easy when you do it like that. I can do it. I can do it myself that
We
easy.
sold right here. That's another 45 days and another 25% in 45 days in Bitcoin. See that? And then ever since November, ever since 17 November 2021, we never had a cross. It was so Bitcoin was a sell right here, right? We crossed down, down. We had a few candles over the 21, but we never had a bullish cross. I usually don't buy this unless we get a bullish cross, a bullish 821 EMA cross. I usually don't buy this. Again, we had it home. We still under until March, February 2022. Uh, we had a nice bump. We had two candle close over and an EMA 21 cross. We could have bought here. We could have sold anywhere. Like it depends, like people how they like taking profit, and or we could have just sold here at a loss. Like if we bought here, we sold here at a loss. If we just do the daily time frame, we just lost a few percentage. Uh, from here till here, we just lost 2.4%. Okay, let's say okay, we're losing right here, 2.4% because you see how we had a bullish cross right here and then another bearish cross. If you just want to look at the crosses, we're actually in profit,
Mm.
5% profit. But let's say we lost right here. Well, sometimes we lose. Why not?
Can you can
And
you show
then,
me just for a second this settings for that EMA 820
oh,
because
perfect,
I just for
perfect.
people to,
So for you to look at this
or
indicator, you
is it
just
like
type in.
okay, preloading, yeah.
So you go to indicators right here. I'm using TradingView. I don't know what people use, but usually TradingView is really good. Like it's working perfectly for me. And you
Hmm.
don't have to buy the premium if you're like new. You just need like one or two indicators on your chart if you're new. Maybe the Pro Plus will help if you want to add up more indicators, but TradingView is really good. I like it. So you
Yeah.
just type in EMA, you're gonna see a bunch of EMAs popping up. You get the EMA 20, 50, 100, 200, EMA 50, 200. Oh, these are mine. I guess the one I'm using is the EMA 820
Mm-hmm.
made by IBR YPC. So you just press on that and it will go straight to your chart. Or you can press on favorite right here. If you press on add to favorites, you can just add it to your favorite and it will come up in here in your list of indicators. For the settings of the indicator, since we're looking for the 821,
Yeah, it was the default, but this is like your favorite one, yeah, that you're using
yep,
out of all the EMAs.
yep.
Okay.
I do use the EMA 200 too, but we will talk about this like maybe some other time or like later.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, EMA 20, I just switched it to 21, and I always pick my source as the close of the candle because you got several sources. I think the default is high, if I'm not mistaken, but I picked the source as close. Um, I don't argue when people tell like some smart people tell me to put it on close. I don't argue. I just put it on close. Um, you're set for the EME 821. This is a strategy. Also, Keith Lane taught me the strategy. Professor Keith, and it's working perfectly. It works on all time frames, but usually, just like I said, I do the spot buys and sells on the daily time frame. But you can also go to the weekly time frame and look at the same exact crosses, the same exact way. Like if you go back when 2000s, we saw an EMA 21 cross, and you see that, boom, it just rolled the 8 EM and never gave a sell signal ever until like 43,000. So whoever knew this strategy back in 2020 when Bitcoin was at 7,000 and he looked at the weekly chart, he probably made a lot of money, right? He made like
Mm.
500%. So you'd be like, oh, I wish I knew about this later. It's okay. Now that you know about it, take advantage. Uh,
So now at the current situation with Bitcoin, we're only looking at.
at the current situation, we have an 821 EMA cross since April 22nd, and we never crossed bullish again. And Bitcoin is still a sell, it's still a short, it's not a buy yet. And you can, there's a thing you can mix up with the 821 EMA just to make it more accurate, is you can just draw trend lines, and you see if the trend lines are broken. So you can draw a trend line like right here, let's say a cutoff trend line from this stop to this stop, and then wait for Bitcoin to cross the trend line. And you look at the 821 EMA. If there's a bullish cross, you can just buy it. There's no reason for you not to buy it when it's a bullish cross. No matter if there's a war in China, if there's a recession, it doesn't matter. If the chart is telling you to buy, just buy it. That's how I learned it. I don't care what's happening in the world. I just care about what's happening on the chart. And you see it's just a cell. Like there's no it tried to come up here and cross, but it failed. And I think that's what's gonna happen right here too. Like they're gonna try to make everybody bullish again, and then bam, we're gonna have another dump. I hope not, but I hope I'm wrong. I just want to see an 821 EMA cross for Bitcoin for me to buy it. Unless that happens, I'm not gonna buy this. I'm gonna show you an example of a good 821 EMA cross right now. So I have this list right here for the most recent spot buys. API 3. You see that we had an 821 EMA cross not a while back, like a couple weeks ago. We had a cross, a candle for confirmation. I bought right here, and then bam, we pumped to $2.66, and I made decent profit from this just using this indicator. Just using this indicator, I made 45%. Sold everything right here, and I shared that on my Telegram channel. I
How
shared it as a spot buy.
how did you pick that coin? How do you pick coins out of thousands?
I understand there's a lot of coins. You see, I have a big watch list, and this is my routine usually. I just my personal routine. Uh, I wake up in the morning. Uh, I on my way to work, I just go through everything. I go through everything, and I go through the daily chart, the weekly chart, and the small time frame chart, and and I just look for something. Whenever I see something, I just take it out of my watch list and I add it to any other list I'm into. So um, let's say I saw it as a spot buy, just like here, and just add it to the spot buys. And you just have to filter. You filter whatever coin you see something on. You just filter it and put it on the side and keep tracking it. Um, I also um, I'm also in the Discord for the 786 Assassins, the Professor Keith's group, and they also have insane ideas. Smart people. You won't believe how smart people are right over there. They're like professional traders. They always share their ideas, their positions, and how the market's going and everything like that. I also take some ideas from over there, and ideas from here, ideas from there, and I end up put just like I told you. You take ideas from the smart people and just like put everything together, and you come up with your own. But as for like picking these coins, um, uh, the 786 Assassins, there's a dude in there called China Matt. He writes scripts, indicator scripts, and he has several scripts he wrote as a panel. It's called the 786 Assassins panel. I'm gonna add it right here so you can see it, and it also filters you these stuff. I mean the Assassin screener right here. I'm gonna add it right here so you can see it, and it shows you a score. You see that?
Yeah, yeah.
That's a screener type like, and it shows you a score of how good a coin is. So Bitcoin is a -5/7 score. You see, Uni USDT is a 6, is a score of 6. Atom is a score of 6. So let's take a look at these. Why is it 6? Let's take a look at Uni. Uh oh, look at Uni. We have across from here. We have several confirmations. We had wait a minute zones. We still had a we had a couple candle close under the 21, but we recovered instantly, and now we're back over the EMA 8, and this is a buy. But just like I told you, you have to mix up trend lines. I have this trend line drone. This is a long downtrend line. You see that? And we have a local daily resistance. You see how this box right here, it kept rejecting the box, rejecting the box, rejecting the box again. So I don't hurry up and buy these until I see the break of resistance, or at least the break of the trend line. And
What's that called?
once
Double top or something?
um well, it's kind of like a rejection. Yeah, you can call this a triple top if you want, like it rejected once, twice, three times. But until it loses this support area, this box right here that's losing support, I won't short this because you see it's trading in the range, in this range right here. So I won't hurry up and short right away. I could short right here, but we have an EMA 821 bullish cross, so I don't want to like short something that is kind of bullish. You understand?
So
So
we had the AMA, EMA, which is important, some trend lines. Now we have some boxes with ranges that
oh
it
yeah. Oh
rejects.
wait,
Yeah.
we have to uh we have to pick key resistance and supports like demand and supply. Let's do that on Bitcoin. That's really important too, and that's better. That's really good if you're trading small time frames. Uh, let's go on Bitcoin short or maybe Ethereum this time. Let's do
Yep.
Ethereum. Okay, same as Ethereum. April 10th is a sell and never crossed bullish again. Okay, so how do we do supports and resistance? First of all, You go to the highest time frame possible. I'm gonna delete this. That's Ethereum's highest time frame. It's almost crossing bearish. You see that on the monthly chart. That's bad. That's not good.
Hmm.
The last time it happened, we dipped hard. You was gonna say something?
No, just I hope one day we'll see 1 year time frames.
There is. If you have so let's say a month is, and you add 12 of months. That's a yearly
Bitcoin will
time
be only
frame.
bullish, hopefully, no? Oh, so far it's not
Let's
bullish
look
in
at
this
this.
this year.
Well, there's not enough data. There's not enough data because it's only been here since 2014.
Uh,
So there's not enough data, but you can see that it's only going up.
yeah,
That's bullish.
yeah, it is.
Okay, so let's go back to the monthly chart for Ethereum. Try to figure out some resistance lines. I'm gonna do lines instead of boxes. I personally like to do boxes, but lines are much simpler and it's better to start with lines. So let's do lines. The way you do it is you just look at the areas where the candles bounced the most. So as you see right here, we have a bounce. I'm gonna lower this. We have bounce from here, we have a cross, we have a bounce from here. So that's considered a support right here. Uh, Another one we have something like here. See several candles bounce over it, never closed under. That's a key support right here. It's $100. On the monthly chart, we have this right here. You see right here several candles. You see that it was a resistance first. It bounced under it. Also right here, you see there's a bounce. Also, we see a fail right here, fail hard. So you can confirm that this is a resistance support. And you see a bounce that took us up also that turns it to a support. So for the monthly, this is what we have right now. So the next step you do, what you can do is you can pick the monthly and choose the red color. Let's say for the monthly, go to the weekly and then change the color of your pen. Maybe put it in blue. And then that way you know that this is a monthly support and the other one is a weekly support. So if you go to the weekly, we have, let's start from here. We had one right here. It broke. You see how it bounces several times, but eventually broke. We see several bounces right here. Let's see what we have under. We have one right here.
So how many bounces do you need? Like at least three, two, three, or
Let's
so?
say two or three candle bounces. That would be nice, and then you can just look if it touches it before. So I just drew this line right here, just based on this right here. But I looked back and I'd be like, okay, this rejected a couple times and it went down. So okay, this works. This is working. Uh, you understand?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So let's say this is what we got on the weekly. We go back to the daily and see what we got. On a daily, we have one right here. You see it right here. I'm gonna draw it in yellow. That's a daily. Orange. That's a daily support because it never crossed and closed under. It never closed under, and it bounced one, two, three, four times. Okay, if we go back and you can see some confluence right here, also bounce, 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 never close under. You see what I'm talking about? You can see also a rejection from here, a hard rejection from here. You see what I'm talking about, Luke?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So this is how you get your resistance support lines. You can also go further more down in the time frames. I usually don't, if I'm doing spot buys, I never go under the daily. But if I'm trading future contracts, leverage, if I'm scalping, I do actually go to the 4 hour and the 1 hour sometimes, but I barely go into the 5 minute charts because the 5 minute charts is really volatile, and you see how many 821 EMA cross you get. Like it's not really like you get crosses, crosses, crosses. It works, but the percentage change is not uh the same. Is not as big as the daily or the higher time frame. You feel me?
Yeah, and you need to keep watching like every minute now what's going
Yeah,
on.
you can you can pick few time frames that you like. I personally like the 4 hour, the 1 hour. And if I want to go deep into the to snipe my entries, I go to the 5 minute chart. But um anything that is related to spot buys, I do my buys on a daily. Professor Keith taught me that. I don't have to go lower to do my buys. And if I want to look for a trend, I also go on a daily and weekly. In order to pick the trend, like you can just draw a line and you can figure out the trend or maybe a channel. So you can definitely see that we are in a downtrend on Ethereum. You have this line, it's not crossing. You have another line right here. Uh, let's say like this. Now, what about if I take it from here? Maybe you can definitely see that we are in a downtrend right here,
Mm-hmm.
right? So unless this trend breaks, the, don't think that we're gonna go jump in all time highs like overnight. People think that 2020 is gonna happen again, like this is gonna happen again. Well, if it's gonna happen again, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see a cross. You see like people who made money in 2020 when the stimulus check came in, like there was an bullish cross, and it wasn't before because everybody started investing in crypto and institutional adoption, all that kind of crap. It's because you had a bullish cross. That's why the chart kept going up, and then whoever didn't sell on the sell signal, he kept riding it. Whoever didn't sell is the one who's crying right now, who's thinking that Ethereum's going to 10K or Bitcoin's going to 100K. Don't listen to people. People lie. Just listen to what the chart is telling you. If the chart is telling you to sell, don't hold on to your asset. Just sell it. You just get another opportunity later. Let's go to through another indicator. So that was a leading indicator. Do you want to go through another indicator? Maybe
Yeah.
just one.
So
Maybe a
we had
lagging indicator.
EMA, we had trend lines, we had support resistant lines.
Correct.
What else do you do?
Um, well, I like to look at the relative strength index, the RSI. So I'm gonna remove some of these. Also the MACD. So maybe you can start with the RSI now, and then we go over to MACD. So that's the RSI I'm using. Just type in relative strength index or RSI on the indicator right here. RSI, and it comes in. It's made by TradingView right here. Um, by default, it comes in with a 14 moving average in it, but I just take it out because I don't really use it right here. I just take it out. Other than that, its source is closed, and that's how the RSI looks like. The RSI's goal is to show you momentum. It shows you momentum of buys and sells. I'm gonna make it a little bigger so you can see it. We're on the Ethereum chart right here. So we only have two indicators open: the leading indicator, 821 EMA, and the RSI, which is a lagging indicator. There's key points for the RSI. You have the key point number one is the 40 line. This 40 line is a key point. If you look around, you can see that the RSI likes to touch it or likes to bounce off of it or likes to break it. This is a key point right here. And then you got two more key points, which are the 20 line and the 80 line. Everything over the 80 line is considered overbought. Overbought means there's a lot of buying happening and this could start rolling over. Everything under the 20 is oversold, means there's a lot of selling happening and this might start roll over and go up. Feel me?
Yeah.
So how do you how do you link that to the candles? First of all, let's start from here. So you see how the RSI for Ethereum's daily chart, it keeps rejecting the 40 line. It keeps rejecting the 40 line, and it's not really closing and starting an uptrend. So which means that this is still not, there's still no buying momentum. As soon as you see there's a buying momentum, like you see RSIs started to pull up over 40 and then just started to joe something like this, then you get confirmation that okay, buyers are in, they're starting to buy. Okay, and you see how right here we touched oversold the 20 line, and this is when this big dump happened. So if you were tracking the RSI and you know that this touched the 20, so you would know that okay, I'm gonna buy right here. I'm gonna buy when the RSI touches 20, and you bought and it bounces off, and you can sell when the RSI is at 40, let's say. So usually you can't do the buys and sells on the RSI, but it just shows you a momentum type like. There's it also shows you divergence, but this is a little more complicated. I wouldn't start with divergence right away. So let's say just these key levels for the RSI, the 20 to 80 and the 40 line. Basically everything that is over 40 and going up towards the 80 is good, is type bullish. Everything under 40 going towards 20 and under 20 is bad. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, I can't go deeper in the RSI. I usually use it for divergence, just like I said, but it's a little complicated, and I wouldn't want to like start with divergence like
No,
now.
yeah, let's keep it simple for now, and then
Okay.
next time maybe we'll do, you know, dive
Um,
deeper. But I don't want to overwhelm people for now. It's overwhelming for me a bit already, but yeah, I'm still understanding what you're saying.
it's okay. I get it. I was the same. Like I was like, okay, what are these blind man? How can I memorize these? Like, how am I supposed to check all these on every asset I want to buy? Once you get used to it, you just like automatically turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, check it, turn it on, turn it off, check. You know, turn
Yeah.
off this, and you keep checking. You just go through everything. And it's good that you have a community already, so once they start like actually getting into technical analysis, they'll start sharing their charts, and when they share their charts you'll be like, all right, this guy has a point, I'm gonna add this to my watch list. And this is how it went, this is how it goes. Like you need basically, if you want to like snipe the right coins, you need a community, you need people around you, you need smart people around you. You can do it by yourself, but you'll definitely miss out. Uh, you'll definitely get some losses. Uh, it's better to have smart people around you, like a nice community around you, and you already have that, Luke.
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna definitely. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna go in that direction because I personally like those little platforms. Fun when you make some money or sometimes lose money, obviously. But this is a definitely the same as I like personally forex because it's not that correlated that much with crypto and it's crashing. And I was making some gains as well in the forex signals recently, so I wanna, I know I don't wanna do everything at once, but some of it is passive. So, this trading is a little bit more manual, so need to be more on top. But like you showed in that Bitcoin part in the beginning, you could literally buy it when it crosses, makes that cross, and keep it for
Correct.
weeks there,
Correct.
and just have a look, 5 minutes every day what's going on, and it's doable as well like that.
Correct. But like people, when you're like people want to like have a trade every single day, and they're just gonna keep making money. Sure, you can do that, but is it worth the stress? Is it worth your time if you're always losing, or is it worth your time while you have something else to do? You feel me, right? Like
Yeah.
I basically work uh, every day, all day. I take off when it's drizzling, when it's raining. Uh, and I swing trade. A swing trade is I open a position for a few days, maybe sometimes weeks. Uh, Sometimes at the market open, when the US market opens, I do some scalps on the low time frame, maybe the 30-minute frame. Um, I also use the same indicator I'm telling you, the 821 EM8 cross, the RSI, some additional indicator, support resistance. These are key stuff like trend lines, exponential moving average, uh, support resistance, and RSI. These are like the most used by traders. And then you know that they're gonna affect the chart because they're literally the most used by traders and trading bots. Don't forget about trading bots. Bots are the most like 90% of the order book. When you open your exchange app, you see the order book moving like so quick. These are not regular traders. These are actually bots, and they're the ones who placing orders, removing orders. You feel me? So they're mainly affecting how the chart looks like. In addition to smart money manipulation, like big money whales, they're also affecting the chart. But retail traders like us, we can't do anything to the chart. We can't change how the chart looks like. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why it's so good to do it, because then um, you know where it's going based on those
Yep.
indicators.
Maybe we can add one more thing. Uh, it's kind of uh, it's a it's a tool. It's not an indicator, but it's a tool. It's called the Fibonacci Retracement extension. It's
Oh
a
yeah,
really
show me the
nice tool.
fibs. Geodex was always pushing that for me. So if you're listening,
There's
Geodex, then this is for you.
they're really, really, really effective. Fibonacci retracements are really effective. Um, on a bigger time frame, I actually know knew where Bitcoin was going. You see, I have this chart with only Fibonacci retracement drawn. I was just studying how Bitcoin was gonna go, and I drew this latest one. Let's draw it again. Let's draw it on a brand new chart. You see, I have all the Bitcoin USD USDT charts right here on different exchanges. You got Bitmart, Bitstamp, Bitfinex, FTX, TradingView, Binance. I just keep track, and then sometimes some levels of support and resistance are a little different, like a little different, but I just keep track of them. I like to.
which
And
chart?
there's also
Which exchange do you use mostly?
um, for trading, I use Bybit, but Binance is totally okay. Binance is fine, and it works in like a lot of countries. It doesn't work in New York, unfortunately. Actually, futures trading. Oh, I can't say that. Futures trading is not really allowed uh, in New York, but it's allowed in different states.
Yeah.
Uh, Qcoin works. Qcoin works. Qcoin is fine. If you use Qcoin, is okay. Um Also, I should give the idea that Bitcoin and Ethereum are the only crypto assets that are tradable on the CME chart, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, no other asset is tradable on the CME. That means something. That means that Bitcoin and Ethereum are there. They're not going anywhere. You know what I mean? They're not
Yeah.
going anywhere. They're just there. They're assets. They're tradable assets. And people are trading it. Real people are trading it. They're not going anywhere. So whoever think that Bitcoin will go to zero, will disappear, well, don't listen to them. It's still a tradable asset. It might go to zero, but who cares? We'll ride it. We just make money on the way down. We make back money on the way up. Don't get emotional about it. That's the key. That's like rule number one. Rule number one of the assassins, the 786 assassins, no emotions allowed. Rule number three is take your profits. And we saw a big example right here. Whoever was still holding when Bitcoin was at 69,000, calling $100,000 and didn't take profit on the sell signal, he's getting wrecked right now. So make sure you take your profits, take your profit and wait for the next opportunity. That's it. Even if it's gonna take you months for the next opportunity. So what? It's better than you losing money. Money in hand is better than money in your position. That is losing value, right? And now you have the tools to know when to take profit. So here you go. Take your profits.
Okay. So show me how you do the fibs.
Okay. So the easiest way to do the fibs, first of all, this is how it looks like. I'm just gonna draw it on an empty chart. I personally have these lines. You got the zero line is where the is the start of the fib, and the one line is the end of the fib. I'll show you how to draw it exactly later. And you got these lines, the 0.236, the 0.382. You got the zero point 0.5. I have it highlighted in red because it's a critical line. You got the 0.618. I also have it highlighted in red, which is a critical line. You got the 0.68 and the 0.71. This is called the golden pocket. I'll talk about it later. We got the 0.786 critical line, and you got the 886. You also have these lines, the 1272, 1414, 1618. These are called take profit lines, and I'll also talk about it. So let's open a chart. Let's use the daily time frame. Let's let's see how we can draw this. Okay. So in order for you to draw the Fibonacci retracements, you will need to figure out the start of the trend. Where did the trend start? Uh, so I'm gonna assume that the trend started right here. You see how this we had a dump and then we had this big trend right here. I'm gonna go back in the chart just to make it a little uh second. I'm just trying to like look for something. Let's go on a weekly chart. Weekly could be better. Okay, here we go. Weekly chart right here. So there's several ways that people draw Fibonacci retracements. Some people draw it from the lowest to the highest point, just like that. So let's say this is an uptrend. This whole thing is one uptrend. Some people pick the lowest point and go all the way to the top. The lowest point could be the one. The highest point would be the zero line. And once the candle touches the highest point, that's when the retracement starts. And this is where you should look at the Fibonacci, like right after the zero line that touches the zero line. This is where you look at the Fibonacci's. You see it almost touches the zero point 0.5 fib, but I personally don't like to pick the lowest low. I just like to see where the actual trend started. I would take it from right here. I would take it from this red candle right here because I would consider this a pause of the trend, and the restart of the trend started right here. So I would want to take it from here. I personally do that. Like this. Um, and then let's go a little bit back here. So let's say we're at November 8th, 2021. We started a Fibonacci from here to here. Let's assume this is the top. We know that this is the top, and now the candles are going to start retracing. This is the whole point of the Fibonacci. You're going to see where it might stop or where it might bounce during the retracement. So let's go candle by candle. Oh, let's go here a little faster. See how it plays around the Fibonacci critical levels. Um,
Yeah.
Here you see a bounce right here. Okay, another one, another bounce on a critical point 0.5. So the point 0.5, I have it in red because it's called the continuation fib. It's a 50% retracement. See how you got a 1 to 0? From the 0 to the point 0.5, that's a 50% drop. Usually the point 0.5 is called the continuation fib. That means if the candles bounce off the point 0.5 fib, it will most likely go to 382, 236, and 0 again. But if the if the if the candles crosses the point 0.5 fib, it will most likely keep going down. That's why it's called the continuation fib. Uh, so we saw several bounces. It tried. You see, it keeps trying. It went back up to the 236, but bam, we lost the point 0.5. And that way, you know that once we lost the point 0.5, we closed a weekly candle under the point 0.5. That way, you know that yes, we are going down to test lower Fibonacci levels. Um, let's go down here. Let's see what happened here. I told you that the 7168 is a golden pocket. This is this is usually where the buying is. People who want to buy the bottom. This is where they buy. They buy between the 71 and the 68. This is called the golden pocket. I personally used it recently, and I had a order set for Bitcoin at this area right here, and I actually bought it, and I sold right on the bounce over the 618. So usually the buying happens right here, and this is for reversing the trend. So you see how it bounces off and went straight back up. Usually most of the buying orders are in here. Let's say we're on an uptrend, we're going down. Most of the buying orders are gonna be here. Okay. We have another critical level, which is the 618. The 618 is critical because if it loses the 618, if the candles lose the 618, they're probably gonna go down just like the point 0.5. But 618 can form a really good support if the candles keep bouncing over it and go up. This could be considered a really good support. Uh, let's see what happens. We lost the 618. When we lost the 618, you see we went right through the 786. The 786 is called the reversal fib. Uh, for the reversal fib, just like I told you, usually the candles tend to touch it and reverse no matter what the. So let's say we were in an uptrend, we went back to the downtrend, we were tracing down. We we usually the candles touch the 786 and they reverse. This is not a perfect example because this example we just cracked through the 786. So you know that Bitcoin is not it's not gonna go up anytime soon because it just cracked the major 786 right here. Let's keep going, and it turned it into a resistance. As you can see, it cracks it and it bounced back down from it. That means this is a huge resistance right now. The 786 is a huge resistance. Until we go back over the 786 and close a weekly over it, this is not good. This is not bullish. Okay? So you have these lines, critical lines, you have this golden pocket, and usually once we start losing the 786, usually we have we have to hit these take profit lines. I know it's gonna suck. You see a 10,000 Bitcoin, 8,000 Bitcoin, 6,000 Bitcoin, like
No, I'm
$6,000.
actually waiting for them like that.
So using only the Fibonacci, I drew it from here till the top. Using only Fibonacci, we lost the 786. Usually, when the candles lose the 786 and flipped it as resistance, usually we tend to hit these take profit lines. The first take profit line would be the 1272. The second one is 1414, and the third one is 1618. Um, that's mainly how. There's also other take profit lines, the 2 and the 3, but usually like this 1618 is the strongest take profit line. Usually, uh, the chart starts bouncing off from there. But if we lose this the 1618, we're probably going even on there. I don't. I know it's gonna suck, but it is what it is. This is what the Fibonacci is showing
It's
you.
gonna suck for
Maybe
the hodlers, yeah.
yeah, that hodling thing. Even Professor Keith made a short stream about hodling, and he talked about how hodling doesn't work. And if you just buy the buy signal and sell the sell signal, you're probably making a lot more money,
Yeah, exactly.
and you'll be saving money. This is the whole thing about technical analysis. It doesn't just make you money; it saves you a lot of money. I personally kept losing until I learned. When I learned, uh, this is how I know. This is how I knew that okay, I'm starting to be successful. I'm not losing money anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not losing that much money. Okay, sometimes I don't win, but I'm not losing the same amount I used to lose 2 3 years ago. You understand? That's
Yeah.
really important.
About that fibs, because you drew that, you started drawing from that mid one, and if you started drawing from the bottom, wouldn't that be different kind of
Yeah,
levels
it
there?
would be. It would be. It would be. So we can start drawing from here. Let's say because just like I told you, everybody has his different point of view in technical analysis, especially in Fibonacci's. Since this is a like a old chart and this is a big frame, you can either start drawing from here, you can start drawing from here, and you can also see how the critical levels are playing. You see that point 0.5 is playing out. You see that 618 is flipping at resistance. You see a golden pocket bounce.
Yeah, it looks similar to yours.
Yeah. And also you can draw it from all the way in the bottom. This is what most people do. They try to pick up the lowest and the highest. And you see that we're almost at the point 0.5 fib, which is at $16,500. We didn't get a clear bounce off of it, but we should wait and see how this Fibonacci will play out. I usually like to draw all of them and see what every single one of them where the critical lines are, where the point 0.5 is, where the 618 is, where the 76 is, and then I can also just draw a line and then just type it on the line. Yo, this is the point 0.5 fib, okay, and I just keep it there. You feel me? So I won't have to like keep the whole retracement. So I won't keep my chart messy.
Yeah.
So this is how Fibonacci works, even on downtrends. So when there's a downtrend, let's look at this one right here. This is a downtrend. This is a clear rejection and a downtrend, right? Um, let's draw the Fibonacci from here till the bottom. We had a downtrend and we start recovering up. Okay, this is the retracement up. So we start looking at the Fibonacci from here. We had a cross. We crossed to 236. We flipped it at support. We had several bounces off of it. We crossed the 382 and the point 0.5. You see that once we crossed the point 0.5 continuation pattern, we bounced off of it several times, and then we went over the 618 to the golden pocket and to the 786. Just like I told you, the 786, it's the reversal fit. This is a critical one. You see how we bounced under and we completely reversed back down. We completely rejected it. And then now we tried again. We tried again. We tried to cross it again. We crossed it, and then bam, we crossed it. Bam, take profit one, take profit two, take profit three. We're done. We took all our profit from Fibonacci. We sold the last profit right here. You see, this is just from taking the Fibonacci from this end to this end. So if you took that Fibonacci back in December 2017 to December 2018, if you started trading these Fibonacci levels in this December 2018, you would have also made money just from if you just have bought the 786 right here. You saw a cross over the 786, you saw a candle close over. You can just buy. You can just buy it. Also, you can look at Confluence with the 821. Okay, you saw a 821 bullish cross, that's fine. You can just buy it here, and there's right at the take profit lines. You see the 1272 played out. You see how the 141 and 1618 played out just from Fibonacci's right here.
Also easy.
Yeah, these are easy, but just like I told you, every trader has his own perspective in Fibonacci. So it's better if you just like keep drawing Fibonacci. Try all of them. Try all of them. Just whatever traders, try all of them and see which ones are playing out. Which ones do you see that candles are bouncing off these critical lines the most?
Yeah, just to have the Fibonacci and the EMA and RSI is not, a complete overload. Just to have like 3 points of confirmation, more or less, yeah, to make a decision. Hello.
Yeah, I hear you. Sorry. Uh,
Oh.
yeah, you were correct. Uh, what else do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up today because it's my brain is frying now. Not joking, but no, I'm gonna definitely come back to it, and I'm gonna maybe next time, make people drop the questions as well,
Perfect.
and have something.
Hey, by the way,
Hmm.
um, can you see what I'm typing? Wait, sorry.
Can see the browser 8786. Yeah, yeah.
So if you go to 786 Assassins Unlimited, this is Keith's website. This is Professor Keys. This is all the assassins. They're really smart people, really really smart people, and you can join their Discord.
Yeah, I will do it definitely.
Um, they're really smart people. Even Professor Keys does private consulting. He
Hmm.
has his schedules. If you want to learn TA one on one, because most people don't really get videos, and they be like, okay, I'm not understanding this quite fine, but Professor Keys can do like a one on one thing, and you can learn, and he can give you advice and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You can join their Patreon to get full access to the Discord, and it's only $8, bro. Like he literally he charges nothing. He just wants to help people, and I get his point of view. He wants to be a legend. I get it. Like when he dies, people want to remember him as the good person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is really good. I like him. He even does live streams every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and just talk in general about stuff. Yesterday was a stream about the U.S. dollar, and it's running and it's hitting monthly resistance right now, and which is really bad for markets in general when the dollar is going up, which means all the other assets against the US dollar will probably go down. That's it.
All right then. Thank you for coming onto the show, and we'll see each other soon. Yeah.
Absolutely no problem. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna cut it right here. So everything from now on is private conversation. Let me just switch off OBS. I hope it recorded. It seemed to be fine.